Hey Dan. Kyle Katarn has continued to follow the trail of clues to the Gromas mines, which are located on this red planet here, just past these asteroids. So, as Jan Ors explains, the metal, which we found in the research facility being tested, is called frick, and it's being used in the manufacture of the Dark Troopers. Now, it seems that there is an Imperial-controlled mining facility in on the moons of the Gromas system. So what we're going to do is head in there, and we need to find this, this exchange coupling on the central power grid, and essentially go in and blow the whole place up. All right, well, let's just set ourselves on medium and hop on into the mission. Now, this mission is tinted very red, which you'll see right away. Yes, everything is pretty crimson. Let's have a look here. Yes, we've got quite a few stormtroopers to face off against. This can be one of those times when it's worthwhile to use your little blaster there. It can be a little bit more accurate over long distances, so why not stay back out of harm's way and just try to take out some of these targets. Fortunately, your auto-aim will help you with that. Be sure that when you do destroy those Imperial probe droids, don't be standing next to them, because they will fall to the ground and then explode, and can do you a bit more damage in the process. So let's just run around here, collect up some of these stormtrooper blasters. And you'll start to hear the sound of the mining processes that are ongoing here on Gromas, or on the moons of Gromas. And I've nearly run out of both shields and health. Oh, but I do have a weapons supercharge. Let's see if I can find some place to heal up. And just take care of that one last stormtrooper back there. Good. Seems we may have actually cleared out quite a lot of this area before getting the supercharge. There's a few targets off in the distance. The nice thing about the red color of the planet is that it does help the stormtroopers stand out so clearly. Here we are. Nope. And down. Alright, well there we are back at the beginning. Let's just rush forward. Clearing up any other stormtroopers we met along the way, or may have missed along the way. So as I said, you'll start to hear the sounds of the heavy machinery that's being used for the mining facility here. Very good. At certain points throughout the level, you'll hear that sort of grinding, whirring noise there, as well as the sound of doors opening and closing, or pistons moving up and down. And this little section here is actually how we're going to get back to the ship at the end of the level. It's a little shortcut back to the landing pad, but there's nothing there for us now. So running back towards the facility, you can see it sort of laid out in this big long line here, with these periodic vertical sections all holding up this big long building here. And we're going to get up inside and then move back along the length of it. But first we need to get to the end by following the path along here. Very conveniently, they've sort of dug out this channel, or this little valley. Am I being shot at from above? I am. Let's see if we can get rid of that fellow there. Very good. And next we're going to get into this elevator. Let it take us up. And now we're basically going to travel back the way we came. But now we are slightly above our previous position, and we are inside the building instead of running along underneath it. And here we have a new weapon. I believe this is the fusion cutter. And so you can see it has sort of 5 barrels there, I believe, and they each fire in sequence. That's if you hold down the regular fire button. If you use the special fire, then it fires all of them at once. So it can be quite devastating. And of course, there's usually a joke to be made about the terrible working conditions in, most sci-fi or sci-fantasy settings. And here we have a very, quickly spinning blade, this mining drill, really, which is just completely unprotected from anyone standing by it. And we're going to see a lot more of that in this level. So, make whatever joke you like about, counting the occupational health and safety standards. And let's just lob a thermal detonator down there. Maybe another one. That was a bit close. And there's one more person out. Oh, nope, 2. Very good. There it is. So yes, all 4 secrets for this level are actually in this area here. So the first one you can find is, you see there's sort of these 2 little alcoves here. The one on the left will open up. And make sure you are ready to take out that, pardon me. Trying to get myself to the right angle there. Very good. Make sure you're ready to take out that turret there, but there's an extra life, some shields, very good. And exiting out of there, you can also see there's this section here, I believe, which will open up. So there's just sort of one portion of the wall that is slightly different, so open that up, head on inside. This is the second secret. The third is over on this side. Yes, secrets within secrets. And the last secret is on the other side, so even more secrets within secrets. Very good. Now we'll continue on. Now, you'll know that you've reached the sort of area with all of the secrets when you have this little drop-off section just ahead of you. So if you see that, just make sure that you don't drop down until you grab all those secrets. Unless, of course, you don't care about the secrets and you really just want to move forward as quickly as possible. And let's just make sure that anyone who's down there has been taken care of. Very good. I'll just crawl under that, drop down, because once you drop down here, it's actually impossible to get back up. Let's see, oh, there's this fella here and that one there. And again, they just sort of have people standing very close to all of this whirring machinery. You step on elevators and they don't even have to be activated. They will just automatically raise you up, which again is not necessarily the safest option. And we've got a couple of turrets up there. Let's see if we can't take care of those with the fusion cannon there, or the fusion cutter. Get this guy down here. Very good. And we'll just give some burst fire. So we're just going to sort of strafe left. Very good. Aim down a little bit. Get rid of that guy. Oh. Got a little too close for comfort there. And using the burst fire makes it a little bit easier to hit things at a distance. There we are. And you can see that one, that turret was sort of starting to go every which way and have a little bit of a freak out, and that will happen if you do a lot of damage to them, but not enough to completely knock them out. They'll start to sort of fire in every direction and just spin around wildly. Which is certainly better than having them fire directly at you, but not necessarily the best thing. Obviously, the best thing is just to get rid of them completely. Grab a few things inside this little side room here. Get rid of the last few stormtroopers, and yes, here we have, again, this large drill being raised and lowered up and down, which is actually how we get to the next stage of the level, which is down inside the actual mines. So we're going to wait for that platform to reach our level once again, and then we'll just run forward and jump onto it, and let it take us down to the bottom. Alright, here we go. Very good. And I believe, yeah, you can sort of see just above the level when you get down, or get to the top there. If you try to jump up, the level sort of, breaks apart at the edges. And we'll just hop off here. Actually, no, we want to stay up, and we want to jump that way. Yes, that's it. Otherwise, you get stuck down at the bottom of the shaft, and you have to wait for the drill to come all the way back up and all the way back down for you to get another chance. So, now we continue on down this hallway, and another huge workplace hazard are these pistons that raise up and down right across the path that you need to travel. So, not great design, obviously. So if you do see one of those open areas, don't jump into it immediately. Wait until the piston has gone up and back down. And then move forward. Alright. So now there's this slightly open space here, but I don't want to get in there just yet. There is a little bit of jumping you need to do in this level, which can be a little bit tricky, a little bit hazardous, but with a little bit of practice, it's quite doable. So first thing we're going to do is just fire across there and just take care of those stormtroopers. You'll also notice that if you fire against the walls here, your blaster bolts will sort of ricochet every which way. Yeah, very good. Now, what we want to do is go back where we were just a moment ago, overlooking that open pit there. Jumping just past that shaft there. Now we need to get to this. Again, who designed this thing? We need to jump into that little section there to get the blue key. Although I think if you sort of aim right at the corner and just sort of run across, there you go. You don't actually need to jump. Alright. We will try to jump across to get back on. Very good. Always nerve-wracking trying to jump in one of these games. Also, so I looked it up, and remember how in the last level when you fall off the cliff there's that very iconic scream noise that plays. Apparently that's called the Howie scream, and it shows up in a lot of movies, video games, all over the place. It wasn't originally known as the Howie Scream, but it has just sort of become known as that because of one of its earliest and most iconic uses. Alright, now that we have the blue key, we can open up this door. Get rid of those stormtroopers. It can also be worthwhile... Oh, there we go, trying to follow that fellow around. It can also be worthwhile to stay on, you know, the other side of those pistons before jumping through them, because there often is, you know, someone waiting for you on the other side. Let's see if we can toss a little thermal detonator down there. Or two. Oh. Well, sounds like it got him. So as I was saying, if you stay on, you know, this side, yes, but instead of immediately jumping across, try to clear out the next area of any enemies. Can be very useful. Alright, and here are all of the stormtroopers that we just had to deal with. Alright, which means that up there is where we came from. Now we need to make another leap across to that platform there. So I'm going to do a little shift, run, and jump. Just try to line myself up here. And, oh yeah, make sure to time your jumps so that you aren't being crushed by that piston coming down. It's very wise to strafe around all the corners in this game, especially with these the hallways that you'll find here, as a lot of them do have just quite a few stormtroopers waiting around them, or other enemies. Let's just clear them out with the repeater rifle. There's some more over there as well. Alright. Now you can jump across to both of those areas. They do contain bonuses. Let's see, I think I'll try this one. But what you really need to do, they're sort of almost like beginner traps, because they do, you know, they are hard to reach by jumping, but it is possible. But really what you need to do is just come to the edge here and just drop straight down. There's a platform beneath you. You can't really see it from here. I think if you edge towards it, you can't quite make... You can just sort of see it there, but it's not entirely clear. That is where you are meant to go next, but instead I'm going to see if I can take a run and make it across to there. Okay, lining myself up. This is always the precarious part. And shift, run, X, and there we go. Alright, and we've made it in here, and I think there's often either like an extra life or even just, you know, a little bit of health there. Let's see. I might be thinking of the other side, which is over there, of course. I'm not going to try to jump over there. I'm going to see if I can get back to the platform where we need to get by shift running and jumping at it. So let's see. Hang on, let me line myself up here right with the corner. Alright. Very good. And now the next thing to do is to run across and make it through that hole. Alright, which, again, there's a lot of waiting for platforms to reach the correct level in this stage, or in this level, really. Okay, wait for it to rise above you, and jump, and there we go. Series of thermal detonators, always good and useful. Some shields, almost as if they expect us to face off against a particularly difficult challenge. And here we go, we'll ride the little elevator down. And we've reached the main power coupling. Now, we are not going to set off the explosive just yet. First, I want to have a look around here, because I do know that there are some extra goodies we can pick up, but there are also some turrets mounted in the ceiling for us to take out. There we go. There's one. Alright, very good. So just as you're creeping around these hallways here, one, you can use tab to have a look at your map and see where you are. Just make sure that you are looking up every now and then to make sure that you are keeping your eye open for those turrets. There's another one you can see. Very good. Another one just at the end there. You can see it's started to go haywire. The other nice thing is that you can see the little explosion they give off when they have been destroyed. Which will let you know in case you aren't sure whether or not you have destroyed it. There you go. You can always tell if there's been the little explosion. Alright, and there's one more little section we can investigate. And there is a reason that I want to clear all of this away, and it's that, well, once we have set off the detonation of the power coupling, there will be one more enemy that we will face down here, and that is actually one of the prototype Dark Troopers. And I want to be able to run around and hide from it without worrying about having to deal with the turrets at the same time. So let's see, very good. Alright. I think that's everything open, unless I've missed something down here. Yes, and you can always use your map to help you figure out where exactly you have and have not been. Alright, good. So we'll go back to the central area. Now we can use quite a few different weapons on it. Obviously the rapid fire, the fusion cutter, all good choices, as well as the thermal detonators, now that we have a whole retinue of them. So let's start with that. So just going to hit spacebar to do that. And what happens, but this section opens up, and sure enough, we're being chased by this Dark Trooper prototype, which is over here. So we're gonna just toss some bombs. You can even drop them behind you by hitting Z. And there we go.
You better get me out of here. I think I just finished off a Dark Trooper. I want to find out if there are any more around.
Okay, Kyle. Sounds good to me.
Now, if you fire at it with regular weapons, it does have a shield function, so it is sometimes able to deflect your own shots back at you. Now, once it's been defeated, you can head into this little section here that opens up, which will take you back. You can replenish your health if you've lost any. We actually did pretty well in that fight, and this takes you back towards where you began. Now, once again, you're going to have this big, long hallway ahead of you. So grab the items that are here. Now, I'm not entirely sure about the mechanics of this, but what ends up happening is, well, let's first select the rapid fire. Very good. We're going to toggle this switch here, and that's going to open the doors ahead of us. There's a series of doors down this hallway. We're just going to fire the rapid fire down the length of this long hallway to try and take out anyone who is down there ahead of us. And so when you stand here and hit that lever, it opens all of the doors in sequence. But the doors start to close on you as soon as you leave this section. So I believe I've cleared out, nearly everybody. There might be one or more people there. No, all right. So what we're going to do is just run straight down this hallway and hopefully be able to make it out the last door. There we go. Before it closes on us completely. And we're just going to wave our gun back and forth and try to clear this area as much as possible. And now we just go back the way we came. So that does mean that, yeah, I think we've traversed the same path now 4 times, or when we get to the end of the level, we will have traversed the same path 4 times, just in different ways. Alright, very good. Let's switch back to the Stormtrooper blaster, since we have so much ammunition for that one. And of course there are people down below us, so how about a few thermal detonators down there? I need to work on my throwing arm. Maybe just a few regular tosses there. Ooh, that sounded effective. All right, let's drop down and see if anybody else is... Oh, well, we still got a few. Okay. I guess we could have done with a few more grenades, and it probably doesn't help that it seems like... yeah, there we go. We're sort of being hit from every angle here. Yep, there's folks ahead of us, folks to the side of us. Coming out of the woodwork. Alright. So now we continue through this little tunnel here. Grab these shield recharges. I think it does intend for that fight with the Dark Trooper to be quite perilous, so they don't treat you with too many kid gloves, but they do sort of try to give you a helping hand at the end here. So just make your way along that corridor, and when you get to the end, you'll see this section here. Is that it? I believe so. Dropping on down. And that looks like someone we need to get rid of. There we go. And what we're looking for is that path towards the end, which will lead us back to the landing zone for the Moldy Crow. And here it is. So you can just run along here. And back to the start, and there she is, with the Jan oars at the helm. Alright, Dan. Well, that's everything here at the Gromas mines. Now, it does say that you need to get out of there pretty quickly after you set the bomb, but it doesn't have an actual timer, which is somewhat interesting. But sure enough, as soon as we get in the Moldy Crow and take off, there will be a massive explosion, which we'll get to see in this little cutscene here, which I'll let play out. Absolutely massive, unless of course it's a very small moon, in which case the gravity shouldn't have been, all that heavy.
This contemptible excuse for an officer will no longer divulge any more information to that rebel, Kyle Katarn.
Katarn will not be as easy to deal with. He is very resourceful. More resourceful, it seems, than even your Dark Troopers.
I understand the threat, Lord Vader. Katarn was once an impressive Imperial officer, but he was weak and gave up on the struggle for our new order. I wouldn't put much faith in his abilities. Katarn will never come near this ship. My new hire will see to that.
And there we've introduced Boba Fett into the equation. All right, Dan. Our next assignment will be to save Crix Maydeen, but we'll go over that next time. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.